Hello students, welcome to the lesson 6 spreadsheet activity. I'm going to give you some pointers in this video and then let you get started. A little bit harder this one today. This is really going to test your knowledge on building a financial model, and this one we're looking at shares in 3 different scenarios, company A, B and C. So I'm just going to talk through how I would get started with company A. I've already set up my years in my columns, and we did this in the last 2 spreadsheet activities, so that's ready to go. However, this one's going to look a little bit different, and I'll just talk you through my thinking. So company A, I'm going to put some more rows with information that I know. Okay, I'm going to put number of shares purchased, or owned actually. And we are told that that's 100 in year 1 and it remains fixed throughout. So I'm going to go 100 and 100, and then if I drag that out, Excel will do the work for me. I'll put share price. Now we are told in the question that it's $10 per share and that it remains fixed for all 5 years. So I'll put 10 and 10. Now these are dollars, so I'll put this in a currency. And if with shares, the amount of shares you have multiply the share price is your investment worth. I'll put investment value. And that will equal the number of shares owned. So I just click the cell because I want to make sure it's dynamic. I'm not going to type it in directly. Multiplied by the share price, which is cell B4. So the Excel does the calculation, and the benefit of doing it in a dynamic nature where I select the cell as opposed to typing in 110 is I can now drag it across, and let's take year 5 for example. It calculates the 2 numbers above it as opposed to the numbers in year 1. So that's good. Now let's talk about the dividend. Dividend payout per share. We are told that it's 50 cents, and as a dollar that's 0.5, and year 2 is also 0.5, and I can drag this out and also turn that into a currency. Okay, so to calculate how much income I receive from dividends, that will equal the number of shares that I own multiplied by the dividend payout per share. So 100 shares times 50 cents per share. Let Excel do the work for me, multiply those 2 numbers together, and again I can drag this to the right. So this says that in year 1 I get $50 from dividends. Same for year 2, same for year 3, etc. Now if I want to sum all of those dividends up, because year 5 is this cell just shows the dividends in year 5, I can do a formula called a sum formula. So it equals sum, and you can see that that's the top option here. Double click, and then I just simply drag all the cells that I want to add up, which will be these 5 cells. And then close the brackets, hit enter, and there you go, it's added up. So looking at part A, it says that there is no share price gain. However, it does receive income from dividends. So the investment return from company A will be $250. There's no share price gain. Okay, let's have a look at company B, and then I'm going to let you do company C by yourself because it's a combination of both dividends received and capital growth. So now let's have a look at company B. And I'm going to simply copy this information because I'm going to use it again. This time though it's 500 shares purchased, and that stays consistent throughout. The share price initially was $2. However, in year 5 it doubles to $4 per share. Now I could just show an increase here of 4. I could move it up sequentially. I'm going to say that it all doubled in that final year. It had a ripper year in the final year. Now these are dollars because it's share price. And again, investment value is the number of shares multiplied by the share price. So B10 multiplied by B11. Again, I've made it a dynamic formula. Oh, I didn't do that one correctly. Let's try that again. Equals B10 multiplied by B11. So $1,000, which makes sense. But you'll see the impact in year 5. It's now $2,000. So my share price value is $2,000. I've had a capital gain of $1,000. Now there are no dividend payouts per share, so I'm not going to worry about these next 2 rows. So my investment return is going to be the final amount of my share price value, 2,000, subtract the initial amount, 1,000. So you can see here, company B's performance is better than company's A because the investment return has been $1,000 through capital gain as opposed to $250 in company B from dividends. Okay, so there's a bit to this, but you learn by doing and practicing and making mistakes. Have a go at both A and B and then C, which is going to add up both dividends and capital growth. Good luck.